Hello and welcome to the Tinker Cards video gallery. Today we'll be making this really nice and funky cupcake card, and we'll be working with the mini mixed media backgrounds, the sketched cupcake and the Patchwork Frenzy graphic square set all from STAMPlorations. So this is the card we'll be making, and to start what we'll be doing is we'll be stamping the cupcake. I got two pieces of card here because one for the inside as well. So, and on one we'll be stamping the cupcake only. And then we'll be masking the cupcake off. So I'm going to stamp the cupcake in chocolate chip. So I'm going to go slightly at an angle as I have it on the original card. And there we go, that's it. That's one. Right. And then next, I'm just going to pop that to one side for the moment. I got my mask here. Whenever you do a stamp for masking on a post-it note, try and get as much glue on as possible, stamp towards the gluey end of it. So I got it all on here. And then I cut it out with a little border. And so I'm going to align it and I'm sticking it down. As you can see, it's all covered. And then I'm going to use the larger rectangle from the mixed media backgrounds. And I'm going to ink that one up with crumb cake. And I'm going to stamp it sort of like this, about here, just over my cupcake. And I'm going to ink it up again, this time for what is going to be my inside. And I'm going to stamp it again slightly over to one side. Is that? So I'm not quite sure what I've got underneath there, but we'll see. That's it. Okay. So I'm just going to quickly wipe the stamp. I like to wipe them once I've finished using them, so, and then pop them to one side. So, and next I'm going to use the dotted stamp from the mini mixed media, and I'm stamping that in So Saffron ink. So that's the dotted stamp here. Oops, there's a bit of fluff on it. So I'll just ink that up. And what I'm doing is I'm actually stamping it sort of like this way around so that it's almost like on its edge. So, and I'm going to be slightly off to one side from where I'd stamped the rectangle. That is one. And I'm going to do something very similar on this side here. That's that. Oops, sorry. And then I'm going to do this a third time, sort of pretty much here. So that's for my front. And I'm going to do the same for the inside. Oops. And another one approximately here. That's it. Okay. So that's that done. And now I'm going to go back to using chocolate chip. Oop, I've just realised I've actually accidentally picked up the early espresso ink. So I'd better put that back so I only have it in the cupcake. So back to chocolate chip. And then I got a little stitching stamp here from the Patchwork Frenzy graphic squares. And that's quite nice if you want to sort of give something a little bit of a grounding, a little bit of an edge really at the bottom. So I'm going to do this, and the way I tend to stamp it, I stamp it and then I sort of turn it to align it. And it goes back here. And again, it's something, doesn't matter if you're not entirely precise with it. It's just a bit of fun really. And I'm going to do the same on for the inside. Just a little bit. So that's that. And then I'm going to use my sentiment that comes with the cupcake. And this is absolutely lovely. I really, really adore it. A cupcake makes everything better. Now, isn't there some truth in that? So let's see, and that's this bite. Them all warning us about sugar and whatever. You can always, if you make them yourself, you can always vary how much sugar you put in. You can even use honey, and you only have to have one. Right, so I'm just going to ink that up, and that's going to be stamped onto my card front. Just about here. So that's that. Let's get my ink pad out of the way. Alright, let's leave this there for a while. Yeah, I've been recording more videos, so hence I had it covered up a bit earlier, but I just needed to get this all done. So I'm just going to put a little bit of sticky on here. And then I'm going to etch it again with actually the chocolate chip. And I should have done this now a bit earlier before putting it away. Well, I've just got to pick it up again then. So let's just do this quite quickly. Right, that is one. I'm not going to do it with to the front as yet, because there is something else I'm going to do with that, which I wanted to show you. A very quick way of just adding a little bit of colour, keeping in line with the sketched appearance of the cupcake. So I'm just going to pop this to one side now for it to dry a little bit. So let's put that here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get some watercolour pencils out, remove my mask. Yeah, you can see it's a slightly different brown. I just had picked up the wrong colour. They're sort of like next to each other and I always get them mixed up. So I get some pink, and then I get some chocolatey brown. So it's going to be a strawberry cupcake. strawberry and chocolate cupcake, this one I've decided. So and all you're going to do for colouring in is you're just following the lines around. Just a little bit there. And you don't have to absolutely draw them exactly through. You can do them in little stages. And just around here, just over the cupcake wrapper. So if you just colour that in more or less completely. And you can, if you vary pressure, you can add a sort of more depth to certain areas. Right, just a little bit more here, a bit more there and there. So that's my icing done. And now I'm just adding colour here. Just to sort of quite quickly. And then just a little bit highlight those shaded areas. Come down. Right, so that's the cupcake done and ready too. So all we need to do is put a little bit of sticky tape on the back. And etch that panel with some chocolate chip as well. And stick it to our card front. So that's that. That. Take a little bit off. I cut that too long. It's not a problem. So let's get the cut out again. And it doesn't actually show too much that I use a different shade of brown, because having coloured it in with the pencils, it does blend the browns together really, and it makes it look quite chocolatey as well. So let's get my base card here, which I've got like a yellow base card, and I've just simply used some chocolate chip which I've already put on the front, and I'm just going to stick my inside in first because that's slightly drier around the edges. So I'm just aligning it so that I get it pretty much where I want it. So if you want to, you can always sort of do some wonky doodling around the edges. So that's my inside of the card. That's for your message to write on, or to write your message on. More like, it's been a long day. I'm sorry. I'm starting to rumble now massively. Let's get this here done. So this is going to be stuck onto the front. Just need to check that I got it the right way around. So here we go. That's pretty much it. Right, so that's the card ready. You can of course put some glitter on or add some sparklies, but I really like it the way it is without any further embellishment, because it just sort of, the colours pop as they are, and I'm a little bit almost like afraid if I put too much on it will detract from the delicate cupcake. Okay, hope you enjoyed watching, and I shall see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.